Nice to have your company on TAC Cup Future Stars. Still plenty more to come, including the Draft Star Challenge and the exclusive announcement of the AIS AFL Academy squads a little later. But before we get to that, it's good to have us right now with us the rising star of the AFL, Tommy Rockliff from the Brisbane Lions. And Tom, welcome. Thanks for joining us on TAC Cup Future Stars. And you've come fresh from a visiting of the old Fitzroy Haunt out there at Brunswick Street. Yeah,
it's great. It was great to get out there to see the past and where we've come from, and there's a bit of traffic on the way, and just made it in time.
Good turnout.
Yeah, it was. There was plenty of people out there, which was good, and then there was I think an under-14s final just kicking off as we left, so it's a good turnout out there.
Let's talk about your career so far. Slow start, which Shifter will get into in terms of how you were drafted and that, but just come of age. I was at the game last night. It was a bit of a slog early, but you threw it at Carlton. But you yourself, come on as a player, obviously at Brisbane. Yeah,
definitely. We're sort of taking steps to get to where we want to, and I still haven't played a finals game or anything like that yet. So that's definitely the aim, and I think we're heading in the right direction, and we've got a really good group coming through together, and it's about sticking fat, and these times sort of make the good times a lot better.
Where do you think your game needs to improve? Obviously, last night you're fanatical early. Where do you see your game, obviously, going to the next level?
Yeah, I've just got to probably win me one contest inside in the midfield, and I think that's where my game will go to another level if I can set up the outside runners. I'm not going to be the type of bloke that breaks from the stoppage and takes a couple of running bounces. It's probably setting those blokes up.
And I want something else to go to a new level. Your challenges at Brisbane. He's renowned for a demo. He gets 16 marshmallows in his mouth. He can neck a Coke in 30 seconds. Have a look at these. Some of them outstanding. Tom, where's your inspiration come from?
Yeah, I don't know. A few supporters just send them through, and we come up with different ideas. And I think the biggest hit's being Brownie, where I stitch him up with a steaming hot pie, but the ice bath one wasn't great fun.
That would have come up with big ice brain fade.
Yeah, brain freeze and the old skins challenge. Yeah.
Well, the last time you were on our show, it was you and Dicko with a Coke challenge. I think the last time. But where does it all come from?
I think
how did it start?
Well, the club sort of came and they wanted to do different segments with players, and it just gives a good insight, and it's good for the fans to see that we are just normal people as well, and we do enjoy having a good time and enjoy each other's company, so it is good to see a bit of a lighter side.
Dicko, Tom comes across to me as similarly minded to you. Can he take it to a whole new level?
I've got no doubt. I've got a list of ideas for him. I was actually going to have a challenge with you today, a bowl of Wheat Bix with no milk, and so you can get through them first. But we haven't got the time. The producer wouldn't let us. But mate, I've got plenty of inspiration for you.
You'll have to write them down for me.
But the game last night, Carlton. As I said, you threw everything at them early. Vossi would have been wrapped, but inaccurate 2-6. It's probably cost you a bit this year.
Yeah, it has. We have been quite good, and I think we had 30 odd shots from about 38 entries, which is an amazing strike rate of the ball inside 50. But when you're not kicking goals, you're not putting any pressure on the opposition, and we didn't do that last night. We kicked, I think, 3 goals 12 or something like that at half time, and Carlton are in front when we should be probably 5 or 6 goals in front, and then that's the best form of pressure in AFL footy or in any footy is a scoreboard.
Now, Tommy, we'll go back through your journey again, but we want to call you the best ever choice 84 in the draft. But you were not taken. Of course, 79 were taken in that national draft. Must have been shattering. And then the pre-season draft, your choice 5. Who are the people that helped you through that? Because there'll be boys going through that through this period of the year.
Yeah, Phil Bunn, obviously the coach at the time at the Bushies, and Andrew Carson were really good for me. And I remember AJ sort of saying to me, like, this is something, he said, I don't really have any answers for you. I can't really answer why, and you just sort of got to try and take your opportunity wherever it comes. And Peter Dean was really good with me the year before, and he gave me an opportunity. I probably wasn't ready to play TAC footy at the time, coming back from that broken leg, but they threw me in the deep end and gave me an opportunity, and I'm forever grateful for that, and obviously lucky enough to get picked up by Brisbane.
So what happened immediately after the draft? Did Melbourne have you down to train? Did they do a VO2 max test on you?
Yeah. I went down to Melbourne and trained there for a week and did a VO2 max and tested quite well. I think I was in the 70s or something like that, which is quite high. I'm not sure. I haven't actually done one or don't know the results, so to speak, since then. And yeah, they sort of said they were going to take me with their first rookie pick, but obviously Brisbane got me before that, which was good, yeah.
I still go back to that grand final, and your teammate Steele Sidebottom, 10 goals. He was all the talk, but it seemed to get lost, the fact that you kicked 5 in that very same game. It just because all the talk was so much about Steele and what he did on that particular night that it just is remarkable that in the biggest game of the year, you kick 5 goals and you don't get selected.
Yeah, no, it was a great night, and I think Steele kicked 1 for the whole year, and then he's come out and kicked 10 in the grand final. So, no, we worked well together. I think we were sort of rotating on ball and down forward, and the game was sort of there on the line early, and he was the one that stood up and got the job done. And then obviously Lake got his 10 goals, and I think he had 9 straight on the night. And then he got the wobbles and kicked a couple on the full and kicked a few points, but got his 10th. So it was a great night for the footy club.
It's a remarkable story to go on. I mean, you're best and fairest winner, the reigning best and fairest winner at Brisbane. Do you pinch yourself at times and wonder how all that happened?
Yeah, a little bit. Obviously, it comes down to hard work and putting your nose down and bum up, so to speak. And I was obviously nowhere near the fitness level to play AFL footy, and I only got 1 opportunity in my first year, and it really caught me out. And I didn't quite expect it to be that quick and stuff like that. And then obviously went away and had a big off-season and pre-season and got my opportunity, and then the rest is history. But as I said before, we still haven't proven anything as a group yet, the Lions, and we haven't played finals footy for a while now, and that's where our improvement's going to come, and we've got to play finals footy to be respected.
Now, Tommy, there is some good news from the Bushies for you. A couple of weeks ago, they celebrated their platinum team, their best team in the 20 years that they've been in the TAC Cup. Now, this is a fair lineup, but what I want to ask you about, what's in the water up there with the amount of big blokes that the Bushies have produced that are playing in the AFL? Have a look at that over the 20-year history.
Yeah, it is. It's a good team. We've gone quite tall in our forward line. We've got Hall, Josh Fraser, Garrick, Kaczynski. So the boys are like Hamish McIntosh on the bench, King in the right. Like we do have a big. Something must be in the water up there in the Murray River, but the boys, it's a great honour, and there are some great names that have come out of the Murray Bushrangers.
And that's the fantastic jumper that they presented on the night. They had a wonderful function for hundreds and hundreds of people up there. You see Tommy right there in that midfield group. You'd go okay there with Deledio and Daniel Cross feeding it out to you, so a fantastic honour. It shows how things can swing around, doesn't it, Tom? The highs and the lows of the game will continue to be paramount in anyone's career. Yeah,
that's right. You've got to take the lows, and it makes the highs a lot better. And obviously there's going to be kids that miss out this year, but it's about sticking to the task. And you've even seen like the kid on our list at the moment, Dane Zorko, got knocked back, and now he's come on and he's grabbed it with both hands and playing some really good senior footy for us.
And those highs and lows, you've had a fair bit of both even within this season. What do we expect coming out of this season into 13 for the Lions?
Yeah, we've got to build on our consistency. We've been a bit up and down, but we do have massive benefits from this year and gains that we've made. We obviously only won 4 games last year, and we sort of set ourselves for the 10-game mark to win 10 games, and we've got 3 games left, and it's still achievable. So it starts next weekend against Adelaide, but it's about sort of gelling together as a group now. It's probably the younger sort of midfield groups that's coming through together, us 22, 23-year-olds that have played a decent amount of footy together now. That's probably going to take us to the next level. It's not going to be the Blacks and the Browns, because they're obviously done it in the past, and now it's up to us blokes to step up.
Tommy, appreciate you coming in today on TAC Cup Future Stars.
Beautiful, thanks for having me.
Tom Rockliff there. There's still lots more to come on TAC Cup Future Stars. As we go to this break, it's time for From the Vault. This week we take a look back at Eddie Betts' career in the TAC Cup with the Calder Cannons.